like in months. But I just wanted to give y'all a little walk around of what it looks like actually all the way out. What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. Today we actually got a lot to do, but before we jump into the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. If it's not too hard to ask, go ahead and share this with a friend that might like to and enjoy the content. But today, like I said, we have a lot to do. We have to basically get the El Camino prepped and ready to put into the booth. Not only do we have to get the car ready, we have to wash down the floors, sweep everything up, vacuum everything up, and pretty much have this thing ready to go. Today's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you and your families are safe out there and have a good time with one another. Like I said, today's Thanksgiving. I'm using this opportunity right in the morning while there's nothing going on. There's no noise or nothing going on in my life right now at this particular point in time to really get some work done. So that's what we're going to be doing. Like I said, we got a lot to do on the El Camino in order to get it prepped and ready to go into the booth. The reason why I want to get it into the booth today is because today is a little bit cold, but the weekend should be a little bit warmer. And as it warms up, it's easier to spray. So I'm gonna do my best to try to get the car into the booth, and you know, we'll go from there. But anyways, man, I'm gonna stop rambling because like I said, we got a lot to do, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm going to be doing today in order to get the car prepped and ready to go into the booth. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, y'all, so as you guys can see, and from previous videos, I pretty much got the whole car sanded down. There are some areas that I had to go back over with the Bondo, so I still, or the body filler, so I still have to sand those areas down. But for the most part, we're pretty good to go, especially on this side, because obviously this side went first, and then that other side is pretty much all the way good to go. So what we have to do, we have to get the sand this down to pretty much bare metal, get all that rust out over here. I really don't have to do this before I go to the polyester stage because I'm not even really focused on this back piece yet. I'm just focused on pretty much the exterior shell of the car where all the metal is and all the Bondo is, because that polyester body or polyester primer is pretty much spray on body filler. So that's going to fix any imperfections that I may have missed with using my hand and seeing with my eyes. That's pretty much going to fill in any imperfections. And then after we go ahead and do the polyester, we guide coat it. And then once it's 100% straight, I make sure that I don't have no areas where I need to add some body filler or do whatever I got to do with. And then I can go ahead and wipe it down, clean it up, tack cloth it, all that kind of good stuff, and then I can throw the epoxy on top of it. So that's pretty much how this is gonna go. If I can get in polyester this weekend, I can get the car blocked and it'll be good to go. But in order to do that, like I said, we have a lot of work to do. I really don't have to do these right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just so that it's all ready to go by the time I guide coat. And then obviously I got to clean up all the edges where the body filler kind of dripped and stuff like that. Got to take off the drip rails. So we're going to do that probably like right now. Take off the drip rails, sand all of this stuff out, get all this nasty stuff that I didn't get out. Get all that out, get that sanded down all the way to bare metal. Take this piece off, trash it, because I have the trim, the full trim for the windshield, and I actually do now have the full trim for everything now. Once again, shout out to my homie Dash for being able to source those parts for me. After we do all of that, after we get to get the drip rails off, sand those parts down, we'll go ahead and attend to this tailgate. So pretty much what I want to do is just skim coat this like I did everything else. This has kind of been off of the car for a couple months or whatever, and it's just been sitting there. I should have already done it, but you know, I don't know why I didn't do it. But anyways, the areas that I was talking about, I had to re-go over these areas right here. I gotta just sand that down, sand the bottom of the rest of the bottom of the door down over here. Everything up front is already handled. Everything back here is already handled. So all of that is already good to go. And then we got to remove that drip rail. We also have to take the back wheels off and put the old wheels on, because I didn't get the correct spacers for these wheels yet. And I kind of thought about it, and it doesn't really make sense necessarily to get the spacers right now, because I'm not driving the car. It really doesn't matter. So I just decided to wait on that and really put my money where it's needed. Whereas, you know, I need the stuff, I need to get the paint kit out, obviously. Like, I got the polyester primer, I got the epoxy primer and all that kind of good stuff, but I still need to get my paint. And I'll probably order my paint within the next week or two, so that I can have it by the time the car is done in polyester. Because what's going to happen is, after we polyester it, after we guide coat it and sand everything down, everything looks good, we're going to blow the doors off. So we're going to take the doors off, we're going to replace the window motors, and we're going to do the jambs. And we're going to do the jambs all the way to completion, because after the doors come off, I'm going to sand everything down, get everything epoxy primered. The jambs don't have to be polyester primer, because we're not doing any body work inside the jambs. We're just going to sand it, epoxy it, paint it, and clear it. And then that stage will be done. After the jambs are done, and I have the masking foam right here to cover up in between the jambs, so when I put the doors back on and I'm ready to spray the car, I'm not getting any overspray inside the gaps and messing up the jambs. So we'll go ahead and throw the doors back on, and then after the doors are back on, it's all guide coated and everything is 100% straight, we'll go ahead and spray the car. So I know that was a lot. That's the plan. Like I said, the plan today is basically just change the wheels, get the drip rails off, sand down the little areas that I have to sand down, and then fix or finish that side of the car with, you know, the blocking. And we should be able to get this car in the booth. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sweep everything up. So I'm gonna sweep first, then I'm going to take the vacuum and I'm going to vacuum all of this dust and, you know, stuff up. After I do that, I'll take the water hose and I'll wash the floor up. And I don't necessarily have to wash the floor up on this side, but I want to, because this is the side where I did all of the sanding and all of this stuff, and there's so much dirt and dust and stuff like that. I don't want any of those particles flying up in the air and getting over there. After we do that, we'll go ahead and we'll obviously wash both floors at the same time, and then we will switch the cars. So I'll pull the Elco out, pull that one out, put the Elco over, put the plastic down, this plastic stuff that I have right here. We'll put the plastic down on the floor and we'll mask up the rest of the floor down here. We'll go ahead and get the air compressor ready, put the oil in there. I probably won't do that today. I'll do that tomorrow, because Dash said to let it sit for 24 hours. So I'll put the oil in there and let it sit for 24 hours, which will be tomorrow. And I'll just start getting the booth ready. So I probably won't have the booth all the way ready today, because I got to get a box fan, and I'll get all of that stuff set up after I get the car in the booth. But I definitely want to get the plastic on the floor, and I definitely want to get it all cleaned up. So I know that's a lot. We got a lot to do. Hopefully I'm successful in doing what I got to do. but we're just gonna keep on pushing, keep on rocking. So anyways, man, let me go ahead and get started on the sanding. I won't show that because like I said, I've showed y'all so much sanding. It's ridiculous, and I don't want to keep showing y'all that. I'll probably cut y'all back on once I start taking these drip rails off and replacing the wheels and tires. Excuse me. So let's go ahead, jump into it, get started. We got a lot to do, so let's go. All right, y'all. So now we're gonna get to the drip rails. I've already started on that side. I still got to do this side, but you can see how much material is on the floor, man. Especially over here on this side. Look how much material is on the floor and underneath the car, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's from obviously existing material. But yeah, we pretty much got the body work all done. I won't say pretty much, we got it 100% done. We're good on the body work. Now we're ready to spray it. So I'm super geeked about that. But right now, what we're doing is we gotta get these drip rails off so I can sand all this down, get all that stuff sanded down. It should take me hopefully about 10 minutes to do, hopefully, as long as everything goes according to plan. I had to snatch out my weather stripping. This side is, I didn't replace this side, I only replaced that side. And as you can see, the weather stripping is down already. Because this weather stripping was old and it was leaking and stuff like that. So I had ordered some new weather stripping a long time ago. And you guys have seen a video of me actually installing the weather stripping on that side. And that's what this box is the weather stripping for this side. So I don't really care about it being all broken up and stuff like that. I just need to get it out of here. So there are screws underneath here that you got to get to underneath the weather stripping. And then there's some more screws that are holding, or that's holding this drip rail in. I don't think it's holding this one in. Any screws are holding this one in, and not at least that I could see. So I think we should be good to just like pull this out. Yeah, we'll be good to just unclip this one out. But the front one definitely has the screws, and I guess it just kind of snaps in and holds this one in there because there's no other screws to take out. So like I said, it shouldn't take me too long. I already got this one already loosened up. We just got to get to the screws underneath and the drip rails will be out. Go ahead and sand this thing down, and then we'll go ahead and pull it out, and I'll show you guys the body work in full. I'll walk around the car and show you guys everything that I did so that you can get like a whole understanding of, you know, exactly what we've done to the car, and you know how much blocking we had to do to this car. So anyways, let me go ahead and snatch these drip rails out, sand it down, then we'll pull the car out. All right, so we got the drip rails off. So now what we're going to do is I'm gonna screw this back up into here just for now, until I'm ready to do the jams. I just wanted to get it off so that I can clean all of this up, and when I spray the primer, I'm not getting it on my drip rails. And it's one less thing I have to mask off and worry about. But I'll worry about taking this stuff off when I do when I do the jams. I'll take this off, take all this stuff off, and then I'll clean it all up so that we can get all the old adhesive off, and then we'll, you know, clean it up then. But as of right now, we're not worrying about that. We'll get that cleaned up when we decide to do the jams. But for now, we're good to go. We're gonna go ahead and snatch that other side off, and then clean all this up, and yeah, just keep making progress, man. Just keep making progress. That's all it's about. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, y'all. So this is the first time the car has seen daylight in months. But I just wanted to give y'all a little walk around of what it looks like actually all the way out with all the body work done. Obviously, I had to change the back wheels because, like I said, I don't have the spacer. But yeah, man, we got the roof done. Side done, sand it down. Like I said, we left a lot of material on the floor, but definitely getting to it. We still got to take this front clip off, so we're definitely gonna do that. Got everything on the front taken care of, sand it down, looking real good, looking real nice. You know what I'm saying? Still got I gotta get is right here. I gotta take the front clip off and get right there. But that's pretty much it, man. And then any other imperfections that I find through the other blocking process after I throw the primer on there, correct it then. And then this car should be dead straight, yo. Like I said, we got everything done. I'm probably gonna leave this because obviously, like I said, it's Thanksgiving and I don't have, I ran out of sandpaper, so, you know, the store ain't open, so we're gonna have to leave that for now. But we're gonna go ahead and get everything cleaned up. Man, that thing is so nasty, bruh. Stupid, man. I can't wait to put the wheel on, be able to drive it with the wheel actually on the car. But yeah, man, like I said, getting everything all done. And this is my first time, like I said, I ain't no professional, but you know, we making it happen, we making it work, getting it done. I would do this again. I definitely would. If I can get me another project, man, I'll go ahead and, you know, snatch it up and do what I can to make it pretty nasty, or do what I can to, you know, do all the body work and make it nasty for myself, man. I'll do this again and again and again. It's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but yo, it's actually pretty rewarding. Now that I can say I'm completely 100% done with like the body work, I can say, you know what I'm saying? Like at least the first blocking process. We still got the next blocking process to do, but it's all good, man. Dang, listen to that thing, that damn chop, yo. I keep continuing thinking about going LS, but every time I hear this thing chop, it just makes me happy, man. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and cut the car off, and then what I'm gonna do is all of this dust, dirt, and everything, we gotta sweep and vacuum all of it up and clean that side off. So that's exactly what I'm about to do right now. And then after that, we can pull the Elko in on that side. And then, you know, probably not today, but tomorrow for sure, I'll finish up the booth. I'm just gonna lay down the plastic at the bottom, and that's pretty much it, man. I'm tired, I'm pretty much done. So, yeah, let me go ahead and cut the car off, and then we'll figure it out. So let's get to it. All right, so I got the hose, so I'm just wetting everything down. I already swept it, but I'm just getting the last little bit of dust, and this is not gonna eliminate all of it, obviously, but I'm just trying to get as much out of here as possible so that we're not, you know, kicking up so much dust when I go to start like spraying the car or whatever. I already watered that side down, you know what I'm saying? And then after I'm done doing this, I'll probably go ahead and actually I'll wait for it to dry a little bit. I'm not gonna wait for it to dry completely, but I'm going to lay the plastic down on that side after I'm done. Pretty much getting as much of this out of here as possible. And then after we're done, like I said, wetting this down, we'll go ahead and finish up the booth. I probably won't be able to finish today because, like I said, it's Thanksgiving and I'm running out of time. But, you know, for the most part, we are ready to go. We just got to get the car masked up, and then she'll be ready to get sprayed. So let me go ahead and finish doing this, man. And then after we're done getting all this dust and dirt out of here, I'll chop it with y'all and let y'all know the next steps and the next plan of action. Like I said, the next time you see that car, we will probably be spraying it. So we will be spraying it the next time you see the car. So let me go ahead and finish this up. Let me get this plastic laid down so I can get on about my day. And then, yeah, everything will be all done and complete. And I got the garages halfway open because you can see the plastic is blowing everywhere because the wind is blowing a little bit. But let me move all of this stuff into this side of the garage. I'll lay the plastic down, and then probably not today, but probably tomorrow, I'll go ahead and staple that back up to the top, and I'll tape all of them together, and yeah, we'll be ready for paint. And then I gotta put the box fans in there and then have them in the garage as well. And then that garage will not open up until after the Elko is sprayed. So let me go ahead and lay that plastic down and get half of the booth done, and then I'll chop it with y'all. All right, y'all. So I got the plastic all the way laid down. Wetting it actually really helped out a lot, just because of the simple fact that it was able to stick to the floor better. So now I'm about to just pull the Elko in a little bit. I might have it at a little bit of an angle, we'll see. But I'm gonna pull the car in, and then we'll go from there and see how it's positioned. And then, yeah, we'll be ready to get this thing nice and sprayed up. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the car in here, and then that will conclude my journey for today. Like I said, I got a lot done, and the car is fully ready to spray. So all I gotta do is cover up the garage door, get my fan, and then we're all good to go. All right, y'all. So the car is in the booth. You can see we got plenty of space on that side. We'll just have to clean that little corner out. And then I got plenty of space on this other side as well. But yeah, so since we're not going to spray the front of the car, like actually in here, you know what I mean? Like I could still scoot the car back a little bit, but we're only coming to the fender. So we're gonna go all the way back, boom, boom, boom. We're gonna spray the fender, and that's it. So I got plenty of space. I could walk around the car, get around the car on this side, and I got plenty of space on this side to go ahead, hit the car, boom, boom, boom. I can crouch down, get down here, get real low and stuff like that. So we got plenty of space. I got plenty of space to put the ladder so that I could, you know, spray the top, get everything all set, ready to go. And yeah, like I said, man, we're gonna have plenty of space back here to be able to grab these corners. And yeah, I mean, I could have even put the tailgate on the back and, you know, sprayed it back there like that. But yeah, we got plenty of space. Like I said, this car is not gonna move until the garage is not gonna be open until this car is sprayed in polyester primer. So yeah, man, we're good to go here. I just got to pretty much tape all of the plastic together and complete the booth. And then once that's done, yo, we're gonna be laying down the primer. So stay tuned, man. The next time you see this car, we will be laying primer down on it. So yeah, man, just continue to keep rocking with your boy, man, because we getting there. All right, grind schoolers, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Like I said, today was just prepping the space and the Elko for primer. So now we're officially ready to prime the car. The body work is 100% done. As far as the body filler stage and like pulling the dings and the dents and all that kind of stuff out, we still gotta prime it and block it again, and then prime it again. So and then sand it again as well, wet sand. But we're moving on to the next phase, which I'm super geeked about, because like I said, I was tired of showing you guys me just sanding the car down, but it was a lot of work, man. I think at this stage, man, I probably got hundreds of hours in just body work alone on this car, man. And yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It was a lot of work. It was a tough feat, I should say, because the car needed a lot of work, man. And I'm appreciative to be able to put my hands on my own car and be able to get it to the point that it is now. We had to doctor up one panel, and I explained to you guys why in one of my previous videos, because my expertise is limited when it comes to welding and all that kind of stuff. But we did a pretty good job at making it as flush and smooth as possible and fixing the imperfections that there were. And the car is super smooth. Ran my hand across the whole car pretty much. And there are some areas that will probably need to be filled again, but I'm not going to continue to keep body filling, sanding, body filling, sanding, body filling, sanding, trying to, you know, there's not that many areas. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the polyester primer, which is a high build primer. So it will fill all of the tiny nuances that there are on the car. And then we'll guide coat, like I said, so that we can find those imperfections and then fix them after we can find them again. With it being down to bare metal, it's super hard. So this is the steps that we got to take in order to get paint on the car. So next video you guys see, we'll be spraying the car, and then after that we'll pull the car out, we'll block it, and then we'll blow the doors off. Like I said before, blow the doors, the hood, everything will come off, and then we'll do all of the jams. So we are going to have to lock down a color really quickly, because after the car is primed and blocked, that will be the next stages. So the door jams and the jam where the tailgate is, and also where the hood is, will be next. And then in that process, we'll go ahead and we will start fiberglassing the front bumper where there are imperfections. Excuse me. We'll start fiberglassing that part, getting that all taken care of. And then what else? And then after that, man, we'll just start spraying everything else. After the door jams are good, we can go ahead and put the car pretty much back together. The only thing that's not gonna go back on the car is the hood and the tailgate, and obviously the bumpers and front clip and all that kind of stuff. But after we put the doors back on, we'll go ahead and epoxy prime the hood, the tailgate, the bumpers, and the front clip, and then we'll paint those. Those will be painted, those will be ready to go back on the car. And then once those are painted, like the mirrors and all that stuff is painted, we'll go ahead and paint the whole car. So it's a process. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for supporting and showing love on the channel. I know it's a lot, and I know that the car's been sitting in this position for quite a while, but we are working on it. We're getting it done. Like I said, I'm one man. I can only do so much, but we are rocking, man. We are getting it done. We about to get it knocked out, and the car will definitely be sprayed before the springtime. You know, the holidays are going to be pretty busy, so I'm not anticipating getting it done before the end of the year, but we will have something that looks a little bit complete, or a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel after this weekend. So you know what I mean? If y'all have not done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. We throwing up this lit content, man. The Impala should be coming back soon. I was told the end of the month, which we're nearing that. I don't know if that's gonna still be true or not. I hit up my painter a couple of times earlier this month and asked him, are we still good for the end of the month? So he said, yeah. I will go ahead and hit him up in a couple of days and see if we're still good. And then hopefully we can go pick up the Impala. And then we're gonna have to figure out our car situation, because I don't know what's gonna sit outside. I really don't want the Impala to sit outside, but the Elco's in the booth. The Camaro I definitely don't want sitting outside. The wife's car got that damage done to it, with those wires for the mass airflow sensor, so I don't really know if that's gonna be able to sit outside. So we're gonna have to figure it out, man. Right now, that's not an issue, that's not a problem. So whatever, it is what it is. But anyways, man, thank y'all for y'all love and support as always. And always remember, work hard so you can live free.